A football club can chase a player for years, build a plan around him, pay elite money to secure him, and still end up watching that asset disappear. Not through injury, not through age, but through one public fracture that everything else could not survive. This is how it happened. In the summer of 2021, Manchester United finally completed a transfer they had been trying to make for a long time. This wasn't a late window panic buy. This was a pursuit that dragged on across multiple windows, negotiations, delays, pressure, expectation. United wanted him badly. They paid roughly £73 million, around €85 million, to bring in Jadon Sancho. The logic was clear: elite pedigree, Champions League experience, a winger entering his prime who was supposed to define the next phase of the club. And early on, the belief didn't look misplaced. Sancho scored against Liverpool, United's biggest rivals. Not a friendly, not a dead rubber, a statement goal in the fixture that still defines careers at Old Trafford. Then came Europe, a goal against Villarreal that secured Champions League knockout qualification. Pressure moment, high stakes, exactly the kind of contribution this signing was meant to deliver. At that point, the narrative was still alive. The investment still made sense. The patience still felt justified. Then everything snapped. In September 2023, Sancho was left out of the squad to face Arsenal. After the match, manager Erik ten Hag spoke publicly. He questioned Sancho's training levels, not privately, not internally, publicly. Hours later, Sancho responded. Not through an agent, not through a briefing, through a public statement. He rejected the claim, accused the club of scapegoating, and made one thing unmistakably clear: this was no longer a football issue. That message mattered. Because from that moment, this stopped being about form or tactics and became about authority. And authority conflicts do not devalue assets slowly. They devalue them immediately. Sancho was frozen out, removed from matchday squads, separated from first-team training. No injury, no transfer request, just absence. And absence is lethal in football finance. A £73 million player with no minutes does not hold leverage. Wages keep running. Market confidence collapses. Buying clubs gain power with every passing week. Manchester United tried to find exits. First, a loan back to Borussia Dortmund. A familiar environment. A reset attempt. No obligation. No permanent deal triggered. Sancho returned to United with talk of drawing a line under the past. But the market had already decided. It seemed not all was forgotten, and Sancho was listed for transfer once again. Next came Chelsea. A loan with an obligation to buy for £20 million, less than a third of what United paid. Chelsea walked away. They chose to pay a £5 million penalty instead of completing the transfer. That decision is the clearest signal of all. Not only was Sancho no longer a £73 million asset, he wasn't even worth $20 million on those terms. Finally, another loan, this time to Aston Villa. Now under Unai Emery, one of the most proven managers in European football, Emery publicly highlighted Sancho's importance for the second half of the season. The framing shifted from exile to rehabilitation. Performances have been uneven, moments, not momentum. And with a World Cup cycle approaching, the urgency is obvious. This is no longer about potential. It's about survival at the top level. Because the real lesson here isn't just about Sancho. It's about leverage. A public rupture creates exclusion. Exclusion allows time to destroy value. And once time does its work, the market takes control. That is how a £73 million signing becomes a sequence of loans, not because the talent vanished, but because the power did. Who do you think lost more here, Jadon Sancho or Manchester United? And was this ever fixable once it went public? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe to the channel for more. We will be breaking down many more to come. This is Sports Cash Files, where money and sport combine.